You are watching Wisdom Echo. Albert Einstein was a theoretical physicist and philosopher of science. He developed the general theory of relativity, one of the two pillars of modern physics. He published more than 300 scientific papers and more than 150 non-scientific works. Only those who attempt the absurd can achieve the impossible. The only sure way to avoid making mistakes is to have no new ideas. Three great forces rule the world: stupidity, fear, and greed. Intelligence is not the ability to store information, but to know where to find it. Weak people revenge. Strong people forgive. Intelligent people ignore. Love is a better master than duty. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. When you are courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious. If a cluttered desk is a sign of a cluttered mind, of what then is an empty desk a sign? The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of true art and true science. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. I must be willing to give up what I am in order to become what I will be. Everything must be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. Time is an illusion. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. The best way to cheer yourself is to cheer somebody else up. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Men marry women with the hope they will never change. Women marry men with the hope they will change. Invariably, they are both disappointed. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. The woman who follows the crowd will usually go no further than the crowd. The woman who walks alone is likely to find herself in places no one has ever been before. Creativity is intelligence having fun. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right. The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. Two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the universe. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Try not to become a man of success, rather become a man of value. Any fool can know. The point is to understand. It is not that I'm so smart, but I stay with the questions much longer. What a sad era when it is easier to smash an atom than a prejudice. It would be possible to describe everything scientifically, but it would make no sense. It would be without meaning, as if you described a Beethoven symphony as a variation of wave pressure. I never made one of my discoveries through the process of rational thinking. A ship is always safe at the shore, but that is not what it is built for. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. However rare true love may be, it is less so than true friendship. I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. You can never solve a problem on the level on which it was created. Genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. It has become appallingly obvious that our technology has exceeded our humanity. The hardest thing in the world to understand is the income tax. The only thing that you absolutely have to know is the location of the library. If I had an hour to solve a problem, I'd spend 55 minutes thinking about the problem and 5 minutes thinking about solutions. Few people are capable of expressing with equanimity opinions which differ from the prejudices of their social environment. Most people are incapable of forming such opinions. If at first the idea is not absurd, then there is no hope for it. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. Never memorize something that you can look up. Example isn't another way to teach. It is the only way to teach. Logic will get you from A to Z. Imagination will get you everywhere. Do not grow old, no matter how long you live. Never cease to stand like curious children before the great mystery into which we were born. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. Student is not a container you have to fill, but a torch you have to light up. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. We all know that light travels faster than sound. That's why certain people appear bright until you hear them speak. I'd rather be an optimist and a fool than a pessimist and right. You never fail until you stop trying. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Life is a preparation for the future, and the best preparation for the future is to live as if there were none. The only source of knowledge is experience. Blind belief in authority is the greatest enemy of truth. Possessions, outward success, publicity, luxury. To me, these have always been contemptible. I believe that a simple and unassuming manner of life is best for everyone, best for both the body and the mind. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity. Wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. What was your favorite quote? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please consider supporting us by subscribing to our channel and turning on the notification bell. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.